Hey, what is this? Sam Plays more Pikmin 2. Last time we started off in the Valley of Repose as we crash landed into the place, losing Louie and got some red Pikmin, and yeah, that's pretty much it. We got one treasure, but this time we're going to go back into the level, and we're going to try and find some more treasure. You can also press B before you actually land on a place if you don't want to actually go there, to back out of it and not actually land, I guess. But anyway, the onion has now moved to where our ship is. And cutscene type thing. Good morning, workers. Ready for another day of toiling for profit of your company? The Pikmin seem to still be asleep inside their onion. What lazy creatures! I know, right? Not like I play on video games on YouTube or anything. That wouldn't be lazy. No. Wondering they lack survival skills. Stand beneath the onion and press A to call them out. Fair enough. Simple enough, I guess. How do I do it again? Anyway, if we stand underneath it and press A, we can call out a Pikmin and use a control stick to choose how many Pikmin come out and stuff like that. So you can only have 100 Pikmin out in the field at once. So that number there will show you how much we have and all that. That's going to show how many we have in the onion and all that. But anyway, for now I'm going to put like 5 Pikmin up here. And eventually that's going to grow into a pellet posy, so if I can, I'd like to try and grab some of these pellet posies that grew over here. So that one needs 5, which is usually represented by the number on the pellet posies. So anyway, let me quickly disband so I can actually take one group of this thing here, and the other character can go do some other stuff, I guess. It's not going to be too efficient, but I guess it'll work. So anyway, there we go. Louie, go ahead and go over here to be ready to pluck stuff, I guess. Olimar, you can start walking back. This isn't going to be as efficient as the third game. The third Pikmin game is great because your captains will automatically pluck Pikmin even if they're not active, if they're near an onion. So okay. Let's start plucking out all of our red Pikmin. So I don't think I'm going to be very effective with how how I do this, because I'm going to be very much I don't know what I'm saying. I'm not going to be very efficient. That's what I'm trying to say with this game. I'm going to try to do my best to just play, I guess, but anyway. We actually need the rest of our Pikmin to be able to do this, so anyway. Back to Louie, I guess. Actually, I'm going to take Olimar and just go be where Louie is, so we can pluck the Pikmin faster. Be more efficient in that part, at least. Also, that pellet posy grew into a 5 pellet. And also, the pellet posies and stuff, they will give you double the amount if you take them to the right onions. Because we're going to get some different types in the future and all that. But right now, we have just red. So if we take the red ones to the red ones, they'll give twice as much as the number on them. Anyway, Different enemies will also give you different amounts of Pikmin when you take them back to the onions. But anyway, for now, let's throw the rest of our Pikmin up here so we can continue. And this is where I'm going to actually try to split my captains up. So now that that's all down, let's try to take a Pikmin forward and kill this Bulb straight away. Some enemies can also drop items, so that one dropped a pellet for us to take back to our base. And also, in this game, you throw Pikmin faster, so you don't have to actually just rotate the control stick in the first game, like all that. You can still do it in this game and stuff, but anyway. So this game, I don't know what the most effective way to take out these bigger Bulbs are, but anyway. Let's just try to throw Pikmin onto him as fast as possible before he eats. No, he got some. First deaths, we lost so many. They will be remembered. Anyway, let's put our Pikmin onto this stuff. If we can. How much does this need? Probably 25, right? 35. Okay, we'll get that eventually, I guess. But for now, we need to throw our Pikmin onto this gate thing. This is what they usually look like. And that Pikmin will slowly destroy them so we can get through. Anyway. Back over with Olimar, the rest of our Pikmin kind of have got a bit of the stuff back. So now we can do that. And also with our Pikmin, I'm going to also try and get them to do stuff faster. I think they actually run faster if you're holding the down button, so anyway. But the more Pikmin you get on a object, the faster they'll go. So I'm going to put all those Pikmin onto that stuff and it should come faster. Not much faster, but it's still faster, so anyway. Looks like we got the first level up that gate down. There's usually 3 levels on those gates, so anyway. 10 more Pikmin. And who knows how much more Pikmin. Okay, there we go. So let's start plucking the rest of these Pikmin, I guess. They also I don't think they also have to be possibly all fully sprouted to be able to pluck them. But anyway, let's pluck the rest of these and then try to get that treasure. And then the rest of stuff will be just me working on that gate and what's behind it and all that. Also, at the top of the screen now is a time limit to the day, which is represented by that one yellow circle with the sun in it. Once it gets to the end, you automatically get sent back into space because of the cutscenes and stuff. And also, if any Pikmin are left out of your party by that time, they will be left behind and eaten by the nocturnal animals. How could Pikmin destroy such a massive wall? That, when massed their might, is furious. Louis, did Olimar instruct you on proper Pikmin commanding protocol? No, but we're the same person, so we know about everything. Apparently not. Olimar, you are failing in your duty as a superior. Allow me to explain. Press A to grab Pikmin and release to throw them, call them into a group with B. Press C to disband the group, point at the screen and press down on D-pad to issue orders. Press down on the D-pad to swarm Pikmin on treasure and enemies or make them march in a line. Thanks for that redundant tutorial. But also shows we can also do basically this with this treasure right now, so it'll make it somewhat faster probably. But also probably we can get the rest of our Pikmin onto this right now because we don't need to do what's behind that wall straight away right now. But if we can do it as soon as possible, that'll be good. So anyway. I think that's as many as we can get onto it. Now we just need to wait for it to get back to the base. But anyway. So don't know if there's any rules about Pikmin being left behind. If they're close enough to your base, they might be alright. I don't know. No guarantees though. Anyway, we're about at midday for this day. But anyway, there will also be a countdown for like the last 10 seconds of the day to make sure you know when stuff happens. Also, that Pikmin over there like tripped, so that's something annoying that happens in this game and all that, which will be bad and stuff. So anyway, basically makes them slow down, and possibly you could leave them behind and stuff like that, and you might need to recall them. But anyway, this treasure's almost back, and then once all that's done, we're gonna go back to where that wall was, and that's gonna be, I don't know. I'll try to do as much of that as possible, I guess. Anyway, here we go. All of the Pikmin are crowding out around our invisible selves over there. Utter Scrap, which has like a face thing on it, and it makes a "oh" sound, I guess. 170 Pokos, but anyway, Crush Can makes "oh" sound. There we go, 450 Pokos in total. So now that all that's done and all that, we've actually taken some damage at one point. It was probably when we were fighting that Bulborb, and it was on top of us and all that. But anyway, now that this gate is down, hopefully I haven't lost any Pikmin behind. You can see them on the map. Of course, there's little red dots, which is why there's a huge lots of red dots behind us. Anyway, over here we have a hole in the ground. So this is kind of one of the dungeons in this game. There are many of these dungeon type things in this game. They will have treasures, bosses, enemies, and crazy death stuff. Anyway, interesting. Warm air is welling up from the hole in the ground before you. What could lie underground? What is wrong? You both show expressions of unease. Do not fear. The leader's group of Pikmin will join you. I shall dispatch my research pod too. Separated Pikmin will head to the onion, approach the hole, and press A to jump in. So the Pikmin in your group are the only Pikmin that will jump into the hole with you. The rest of them will go straight back to the onion. So let's go ahead and press A in front of this cave. Those 4 images at the top are meant to display what hazards there are, but in this hole there is none. Let's take all of our Pikmin in. All 63 of them. And it always saves when you enter a hole or go down a sub-level. Emergence Cave. All of them have names as well, so. But usually the rooms are randomized on how their design is, with stuff that is always in it and stuff like that. Also, the treasures are usually randomized, but in this first hole it's always the same. So anyway. Also, main items are usually in the same place. Intriguing? I don't know. I can't read. Sorry guys, I'm leaving now. So thank you all for watching. My heat sensors indicate that this whole interior is warmer. Oh, it's intriguing. Why couldn't I read that? My heat sensors indicate that this hole's interior is warmer than on the surface. Well, duh. Analysis suggests danger lies ahead, but the promise of treasure is tantalizing. If you wish to check underground terrain, press the plus to communicate with me. I am not just a ship. I am an all-purpose support pod. So we can now take enemies and treasure to this pod thing. This is where the 2 points Pokos things comes in from Bulbs and stuff, which you can find on the ground and all that. So we have some snow Bulbs down here, and some items for us to collect some treasure. But also, yeah, you can take treasures and stuff to the ship, and you'll get the worth from the thing. It's not necessary to get all the enemies back to the pod, but you can if you want to get some extra money to get to the. Yeah, never mind. I'll explain it when we get to it. Anyway, 7-up cap thing. Anyway, I guess that's good in Mario Bros. 100 Pokos for it, which is about the same as the other one that we got in the first cutscene. So that's cool. So I'm gonna demonstrate with this. I'm gonna probably get most of these enemies back, probably, unless I don't feel like it, probably. But I usually don't really care what gets taken back, especially if I'm at the end of a sub-level. Which I am now, with this hole here. This hole appears to be quite deep. My sensors indicate more treacherous terrain ahead. Also, if you hold the A button in this text, it goes by faster. Louis, do you recall that you can adjust the camera with Z and up and left and right on the D-pad, right? Your expression suggests you do. Excellent. Don't worry, all your Pikmin will follow you. Approach the hole and press A to enter it. So yeah, at this point you can't leave any Pikmin behind in these dungeon holes. They will always get warped straight to you, even if they're not in your party, so I can like throw them all everywhere and then go down into the next level, and they'll all come with me. Just make sure you get all the treasures back. Anyway, we got one of those back. How can you possibly consider this beast a treasure? Beasts are incompatible with my circuitry. I suppose I will store your finds in my hold. But I do not think beasts will be worth much. So yeah, they're not worth much. Bosses are usually worth 15 points if you get them back. If you can get them back at all. Anyway. But anyway, let's get this last treasure back, which I believe is the citrus lump. Am I right? Yeah! Called it. 180 pokers. 738 pokers raised in total. Also, this sound effect here will always show if you've got all of the main treasures back on a sub-level. But we're not actually meant to hear it until later, but for some reason we can hear it at this point in the game. But anyway, let's go deeper in it with our Pikmin. And yes, it will save again because it does that every time we go deeper or anything. Which is going to be terrible for Let's Plays, probably. But anyway, here we go. The final level. It will always show that thing if we're on the final level of a dungeon. And yeah. Usually the boss is on the bottom floor, but there's no boss in this dungeon, so we're alright. Okay, now you can only have one punch Pikmin on the field. So let's go ahead and get this part back, because it's probably like 50 Pikmin to get it back, probably. Right. It's inconceivable that such an immense object has been buried here for so long. The design on the outer shell resembles the surface of the planet as seen from space. Perhaps this can be used for something other than salvage. But how will we ever lift it? I fear that even 100 red Pikmin will be unable to lift it. Well, we can test that theory. Let's test it. Does the game know? Oh, it does. We can only have 101 Pikmin. This thing needs no 100. No, we can only have 100 Pikmin. That thing needs 101. Okay, we're doomed. Game over. Thank you for watching this whole Let's Play. And yeah, okay, never mind. Let's continue. So if we hit that bulb thing, I guess, and get it back. But going onwards, there's a few enemies down here that we need to take out as fast as possible, I guess. Also, I'm going to still rotate my control stick because I like being fast, I guess. Because the Pikmin might get left behind slightly and it's slow, but anyway, there we go. We lost a lot of Pikmin to carrying stuff back, anyway. But going over here, we have some flowers. Pretty flowers. Flowers. They only seem to be growing in the light though, so anyway. But these may look familiar because they're candy pop buds, as seen in the first game, but they're purple this time, so that's interesting. Astounding! A flower blooms in a cave deep beneath the snowy landscape. Clearly, it is warmer down here than above. Look, the Pikmin are restless. They look as if they yearn to be thrown into the flower. Because in the first game there were red, blue, and yellow flowers to change your Pikmin colors to the types and stuff. You lose your flowers if you have any, which we haven't actually gone over to the part yet, so spoilers, I guess, sorry. But anyway, you can only use 5 Pikmin per flower. So let's go ahead and do that, and they create some sprouts for us to pick. So here we go. It's so adorable. Amazing, a purple Pikmin. It has hair, and it's quite stocky. It seems very heavy and strong. This kind of Pikmin was not mentioned in your report, Olimar. It must be an entirely new type. Transforming Pikmin by throwing them into flowers. Interesting, intriguing. Perhaps there are others. Maybe. Maybe there's more than just the 3 types that we've discovered in the first game. But anyway, let's pluck all these Pikmin. So these purple Pikmin, as we'll see in a second once I get to the thing again, the treasure, they're also slower because they're bigger and, you know, all that. But if we go back to the treasure now and throw it on it, these purple Pikmin count as 10 Pikmin. But they're also slower, so anyway. But we all... There they are. I was concerned for a second. But this will allow us to get all of them back, or this part back with less than 100 Pikmin. And all that. But, yeah. You know what I'm saying, right? Cool. Because we have less than 100 Pikmin, but we still have enough Pikmin to carry the over 100 Pikmin lifting limit. Which, there is also an item in this game which is like, you need a 100 purple Pikmin to lift. So, anyway. But over here we have a geyser coming out of these rocks, I guess. Astounding! Water is shooting out of this geyser with incredible force. Sensors indicate it has enough power to launch you into the air. Approach and press A to try. So this is basically how to get out of the caves, I guess. So, it also doesn't matter how many Pikmin you have as we're going down a level and all that. But let's wait for us to get our final treasure back. Which should be soon because it isn't far for it to travel. Louis, check it. Check it, Louis. Yeah, there we go. Anyway, we have a super item thing. Spherical Atlas. 200 Pokos, 952 Pokos in total. But this is our first actual item that we can use for actual stuff in the game. It's like an upgrade thing. There is a device resembling a microchip embedded inside the sphere, retrieving data. Error. I could only decode a portion of the data, but I did retrieve new geographic charts. I will input this data into my planetary database and name it the Sphere Chart. Press plus to connect me and go to exploration kit on the radar screen by pressing left on the D-pad. Now that we have this new data, you should explore the decoded territory tomorrow. So basically we've unlocked a new area on the main map when we are flying over the world. But we can also see our special items here. And you can see we got the sphere chart. So anyway, let's go ahead and exit the cave. Also, it's water. That would normally kill those types of Pikmin. But anyway, treasure salvaged 3. And we got some extra enemies as well. We get a cave complete every time you get 100% of the cave. Anyway, we've got the sphere chart, citrus lamp, quenching emblem, which I didn't actually mention before. But we got lots of Pokos for it. We only lost 1 Pikmin, but anyway. This song actually has a secret song inside of it at one point. If you wait long enough, so I'm going to wait for that and see if I can get it recorded and stuff, so anyway. But there we go. This will also, as soon as we get back out of here, for some reason this cave will instantly mean the end of day as well, so anyway. Should be almost here. Maybe, hopefully, maybe. Okay, so it doesn't actually happen in the new Play Control version, which is the Wii version, so never mind, it's not here at all. Cool, good to know. Anyway, moving on. If you wait 3 minutes 50 seconds on the GameCube version, it will play a cool song. Anyway, back to the Valley of Repose. Also, every time you come out of a cave, the pellet posies and enemies will respawn. But we have to go straight to the end of the day now, because the ship thinks we're not rested enough. You have successfully returned to the planet's surface. Excellent decision making, gentlemen. We must celebrate the success of your splunking expedition. You've gathered a large amount of data that needs to... Oh dear, I skipped over it. I shall send a report back to the President tonight, detailing your progress. There we go. Olimar and Louis, since you will explore a new area tomorrow, today's work is done. What? You still want to work? Unacceptable! You may not realize it, but you are exhausted. You should take a much needed rest, as you have all the time you need to collect treasure. Haste makes waste, so take it slow and steady. And there we go. Oh dear, I skipped the... It also will show the Pikmin now going into the onion, as well as the purple Pikmin going into the ship in that cutscene now. Sorry I skipped over it. You'll see it a lot more in this Let's Play probably. I'll try not to skip over the stuff, everything. Today's report. Let's see how we did. Got a lot of treasure, 672 Pokos. 52 new reds, 10 purples, 62 new Pikmin total. Baby steps first, Olimar. Plan well and don't worry about me. Our debt is with Happy Hocketate saving and loan, after all. Besides, there's nothing left to repossess, so except your life. Okay, that was a weird thing. I think a bird just flew by or something. Anyway, you can also see that we've got everything in the cave now. It also plays a cool theme whenever you unlock a new level, and yeah, we have the Awakening Wood for day 3. So thank you all for watching, and we'll see you guys next time when we do that.